Geoffrey Chaucer is called both a medieval and a modern writer because he stands at the turning point of English literature. On one hand, he reflects medieval ideas such as faith in the church, feudal society, and the importance of chivalry. On the other hand, his writing shows modern qualities like realism, individual characterizations, humor, and criticism of social corruption. In the Canterbury Tales, he represents real human beings with strength and weaknesses instead of idealized figures. This balance between tradition and innovation makes Chaucer a bridge between the Middle Ages and the modern age. Let's discuss about the Hundred-Year Wars fought between England and France in 1337 to 1453. Yes, Hundred Years' War was a long conflict between England and France that deeply affected English society. It weakened feudalism and increased national consciousness. Chaucer lived during this period and even served in the war. The war influenced his outlook on society, making him aware of political instability and human struggles, which are reflected in his realistic portrayal of characters. Chaucer's age was age of chivalry. Yes, the age of chivalry was a time when knights were expected to follow a code of honor, bravery, loyalty, and respect for women. Chaucer represents this ideal through characters like the knight in the Canterbury Tales. However, he also subtly questioned this ideal by showing characters who fails to live up to it. Thus, he both respects and critiques the chivalric tradition. The Black Death. Yes, during 1347 to 1351, the Black Death was a devastating plague that killed a large portion of Europe's population. It caused labor shortages, social upheaval, and a questioning of traditional beliefs. Chaucer's work reflects this changing society where the rigid class system begins to weaken and new opportunity arises for the lower classes. The peasants' revolt was a major uprising of common people against high taxes and social injustice. It highlighted the growing dissatisfaction among peasants and workers. Chaucer witnessed this unrest and his writing shows sympathy for ordinary people. He gives voice to different social classes, showing the diversity and tensions of his time. Chaucer as a representative and chronicler of his age. Chaucer is known as a representative and chronicler of his age because he captured the full picture of 14th century English society through the Canterbury Tales. He portrays people from all classes knights, priests, merchants, and peasants. He does not just tell stories, he records the realities, problems, and changes of his time. Like a historian, he presents social, political, and religious conditions, but with the creativity of a poet. That is why he is often called the social mirror of medieval England. Who is known as the father of English poetry? Obviously, Chaucer. Chaucer belongs to which period? Medieval. Yes, he lived in the 14th century, part of the medieval period. Which work made Chaucer famous? The Canterbury Tales. It is his most celebrated work. Chaucer is called modern because he focused on realism. His realistic characters make him modern. The Hundred Years' War was between England and France. The age of chivalry is related to what? Yes, knights. It deals with the code of knights. The Black Death. Yes, it was a disease. The peasants' revolt happened in 1381. Chaucer's writing shows all classes of society. Chaucer wrote in, yes, Middle English. The knight in Canterbury Tale represents chivalry. He follows the chivalric code. Chaucer's style is realistic. He describes real life characters. The Black Death caused, yes, many workers died, causing shortage of labor. Chaucer was also a soldier. He served in the war. Chaucer criticized what? Yes, he exposed social corruption in society. The peasants' revolt showed what? Discontent. People were unhappy with injustice. Chaucer is called a chronicler because he described his age in detail. He recorded society. Chaucer's characters are what? Yes, realistic. They reflect real people. The Canterbury Trail is about, yes, pilgrimage stories. It is about pilgrims telling stories. Chaucer connects what medieval and modern. He is a bridge between medieval and modern times.